Yo, what's going on, you guys? So a lot of you guys have been asking me to do a guide for new players. There's a huge learning curve to this game, and just jumping in right off the bat, there's kind of a lot of stuff you need to know. So I'm gonna get you guys started in this video. After watching this, you guys should be able to solo any squad you come by and easily become the best Escape from Tarkov player ever known.
Where the f did my bullets go? See what I'm talking about? Oh, it's Casey. Wow. Wow, Casey killed me, and he got so fucking lucky, dude. Casey fucking killed me. What are the fucking chances of that shit?
Okay, I'm gonna put away my key bar, my wallet, anything and everything that I don't get to start off with, because I want you guys to get the full experience here. Okay, so I have the Edge of Darkness package, which gives me the Gamma container. You might have a smaller one, maybe an Alpha container. It's only 2x2, but this is what I have. And you start off with some basic weapons, and the one weapon that all the packages get is the AKS-74U, this one right here, and it's pretty cheap. I'm also going to buy some ammo. Normally, I like to use the PRS ammo, and the reason why, I have a little spreadsheet here. Let's see, okay, here it is. So the PRS ammo does 63 damage to flesh, and then it has 27 bullet penetration, compared to the PS ammo does only 55, so it does more damage to the body. There's other ones that do more damage to armor, like this one, the BS. It does 35 to armor and then 42 to flesh. But a lot of the times, you know, you might accidentally shoot them in the arm, or they might not even be wearing armor at all. So that's why I kind of prefer PRS. I've had better luck with it. I don't know, it's just what I prefer. But you know, if you're maybe a little bit later into the wipe and everyone's wearing armor, BS might be a better option, but I prefer PRS personally. So it's just personal preference. Okay, so we got our gun now. Also from Skier, you can buy a scav vest, and you'll need this. So basically what the vest does is this is where you keep your magazines. Anything quick access that you want, that you need to put in your hotbar, goes in here. So it's gonna be ammo, meds, your magazines, and so on. So if you need to buy a magazine, Proper sells those, just this one right here, 6L20. And then we're gonna buy our PS ammo. Okay, and then you just drag the ammo into the magazine. And I like to bring an extra 2 stacks. One thing that you want to keep in mind is you need to have a spot for your magazine to go. If you have 2 extra magazines in your vest, your magazine won't fit in here in your pockets, so the magazine will drop on the floor and you'll lose it. Or you can pick it back up, but you don't want to have to worry about that. So just leave an extra spot so when you reload, it goes there, and then your other one goes in there. You can't buy grenades yet at level 1, so we're not going to take any grenades, but you can buy IFAKs, and this is the best med that you can use. And you'll need to buy a bunch of painkillers, so just buy like 12 of these or something, because you're gonna be using these a lot. So basically what painkillers do is they make it so if someone shoots you in the leg, you start to walk, you start to limp, and you can't run anymore. If you take a painkiller, then you can run again. All you have to do is if you put it in your tactical rig or anything in your pockets, you can use that in your hotbar, so you just drag it down from there. Or if you have it like in a bag or something, it doesn't work. So this is what we're gonna bring. It's not a whole lot. If you want, you can buy a bag from Skier, this guy, and you can buy a little MBSS bag. And I like to always bring 1 extra med, 1 extra painkiller, and an extra stack of bullets. And then you can put whatever else you want. So basically what the Gamma container is, anything that goes in this container cannot be touched by anyone that kills you. All your other stuff, they can steal from you. So just keep that in mind. Don't ever bring anything out that you're not willing to lose, because you will die. So just Escape from Tarkov, pick your PMC. You can play as a scav if you want. As a scav, you just get random gear. You spawn at a random time in the match. I normally like just to use my PMC. The gear to take out is really not very expensive, so just that's what I like to do. And we're gonna play on Factory. Factory, in my opinion, is the best way to learn, because you'll have the most player interaction. You can play other maps like Shoreline, Customs Woods. If you wanna kind of run around and get the feel of the game, you'll have a lot less player interactions. But Factory will be instant action. Right off the bat, you just get thrown in there and you just go. You fight. So if you wanna get better at PvP, close quarters PvP, play a lot of Factory. So I always like to insure my items. If you insure your items, as long as the player doesn't loot your items, you'll get them back. So you'd be surprised on how much this actually happens, because if you do die, it could be to a scav, an AI. Maybe the person that killed you looted your stuff and then got killed later, and the person that killed him didn't have enough to loot everything. But it's always good to insure your items. So let's do this. Okay, so just real quick before I start, I just want to show you guys the spawn. So I'll leave a link to this map in the description if you guys want to pull it up on your own. But basically the map is divided into two sides. So you either spawn on this side or you spawn on this side. So this is the barrel spawn. This is the offline spawn or single player spawn. And then the red blinking light is under the tunnels just right around there. So they're actually pretty close to each other. This is the forklift spawn. This is the breach room spawn, and then under the tunnels, this is the chem light spawn, or they're calling it the silo spawn. And if you guys are curious where the main exit is, it's just this one right here. You guys will see me using this one every single time. So there's always 6 players that spawn on the map. It is possible for teams to spawn next to each other, so that could leave a spawn point empty. But when you kill someone, make sure you count your kills and where you're killing them so you know which areas are clear. Okay, so this is one of the worst spawns that you can get. And this is not a place that you want to be. So instantly, if you ever spawn in red blinking light, get out of there. I know this is what everyone does, but for that reason alone is why you shouldn't do it, because it makes you predictable. It's so much easier for them to kill the person red blinking. You might be able to kill them. You might be able to push them. You might be able to peek the corner, but I like to put myself in positions where I have the advantage over my opponent. Okay, so we're gonna get the hell out of there. Hopefully we don't get shot in the back. Looks like we're fine. Got the closest person to me out of the way. Just a hatchling though. I'm gonna take his dog tags. You can sell these for a lot of money, so we're trying to make our way up to the 3-story building. So I heard someone step on wood, so it's very likely there might be someone inside of this room. I hear scav directly above me, so that tells me that there's no players up in the bridge. So I'm just gonna push a scav, kill him, and take his position. Just waiting and listening for any sounds of players. The scavs are shooting at me now, so I'm gonna move positions here so they don't give away my location. Just checking the lockers here, making sure no one's in there. Sneaky scav coming up on my left side there. Let's see what he has. Cold pack helmet. And he's got a side guy that I don't really care about. And that sounds like it's from the forklift spawn, so we're gonna go ahead and push that. Looks like we're still fighting. Got them both. Okay, so that's gonna be everyone on this side of the map. There's still 2 players left on the same side that I spawned, the barrel side. I hear some scavs over here, gonna take care of these guys. That was a close one. I've probably died way more times to scavs than I have to players. The AI in this game is no joke. So just be real careful when you're fighting multiple scavs especially. And I actually spent a good portion of the match looking for the other players. Normally at this point, if you get a good come up, just leave. But for the sake of content, I was looking for the last 2 players, and I only found one. He was just AFK in the back, and after I killed him, I just went ahead and left. So a lot of you guys are probably wondering how to get out, how to leave with all the loot that you got. So you just need to find the extraction. There's 3 on this map, but you only can use 1 without the factory key. The factory key is super rare, and you'll eventually find it, but today for this video, I'm only gonna be using the main extraction, the one that you will have access to. So it's just right here, it's in the back, I'll mark it on the map here for you. Make sure you check around the corner here because a lot of people do like to camp behind this for people extracting. And it's just right here behind this door, and then you go through the other door. This is kind of like a little airlock sort of thing. And here it is, this is the extraction. You can close the door behind you. Be careful though, because these red walls are not bulletproof. But the next 2 matches get pretty crazy, so make sure you guys at least stay for those. Okay, so that was a pretty decent run. We didn't run into any super geared guys, but we got some decent guns. So we got 2 AKSs and an MP153 shotgun, which you can actually trade in 4 of these into Peacekeeper for an M4. So it's good to collect these. And if you didn't know, you don't need to trade in the whole shotgun. You can actually take off all of these pieces, and you only need this part right here. You just need to trade in that part. So one thing I would recommend for leveling up your traders, don't worry about Peacekeeper yet. You have to spend a certain amount of money with each trader and do different tasks for them to level them up. Always sell to Skier first because he doesn't buy everything. One other trick that you can do that I learned, since Skier doesn't buy guns, you can use a backpack because he buys backpacks, and you can put guns in the backpack. And then now you can sell this to Skier. Now this is 70K that I'm selling to him. He gives you actually a little more for guns too if they're in the backpacks. And bam, easy. And then just the leftovers sell to Proper because he pretty much buys everything. So that's for level 1. Just keep doing those runs until you get to level 2 for your traders. Keep selling. So we're gonna assume at this point you got to level 2 trader. So level 2 Proper, you can buy an AK-74N. You can actually find these pretty commonly on Shoreline. So if you don't have a lot of money and you just want to farm some guns, go to Shoreline, and on the eastern wing, 3rd story, just go straight up the main stair set, take a left, and it spawns right there on the pool table. I'd say maybe 20% of the time. And there's not too many mods you can get for level 2 Skier, level 2 Proper. If you want to, you could put a sight on it. I'm gonna go ahead and put a sight on it just so you guys can see how to do it. You can use the Tacticatula 1000, and then you could put whatever sight that you buy for it. Most of the good sights, the ones that I like to use are level 3. I really like this one, the OKP 7 reflex sight. Since we're not level 3 traders yet, level 1 Skier sells this one right here. And this one's pretty decent. I like using this one sometimes. It's a little small, but it's decent. So let's just go ahead and use this one. Once you get to tier 3, then you can start doing some more crazy stuff. But for now, we're just gonna do this. Put on that mount, put on that Tacticatula 10,000 mount, and then we got the PKO 6 reflex sight. Bam. If you didn't get a Blackrock, I looted that one just right then, but you can buy them from Skier tier 2. And since we're tier 2, I'm actually going to buy a pack of armor. So that's where you get that. And then it gives you a little bit more space. You don't really need it, to be honest. I'll show you here. This is normally, if I'm doing budget runs, I normally just take that one right there. And we got our body armor. This body armor is not very good. I'm actually just gonna discard it. And since we're level 2, I'm gonna get rid of this PS ammo. And then now we can buy PRS from Proper, just right here. And that's the one I was talking about, that's really good. I already have a bunch of it, so I'm just gonna use what I got here. And we'll get some extra meds. We'll get a fresh med here. That's probably enough to keep using. Make sure our helmet is repaired. And then now tier 2, you can trade in these ES lamps for grenades. So I'll take a couple grenades. All right, let's do this again. All right, so right here I get the forklift spawn. Immediately I'm gonna run over to watch the breach room spawn. I'm just gonna wait and listen. So I hear him running away from me. The footsteps are getting quieter. So that means he's running under the tunnel towards the chemlight spawn. So right here, I know that he only has 2 options. He can either engage the chemlight spawn, or he can push up the ramp towards me. I'll either hear them fighting each other, or I'll see him run up this ramp right here. And there he is. Now wait just a sec to see if I can hear the other player on my side. I hear him coming towards me. I don't hear him stepping on any metal, so I know that he's not going up the stairs on the breach room side. So he must be coming over to my side. I try to peek him first, so I get the peeker's advantage. So now I know I'm clear on my side. Chemlight can spawn more than one person, but I only heard one set of footsteps. So that tells me that the other 3 players are on the other side of the map. I'm just looting him through the stairs so no one can shoot me down the hallway. Okay, and that sounds like a player, so I'm going to push on the other side of the map and try to engage these other guys. Just checking down the hall, just in case, because even though you think they might be on the other side, you can never predict what people are actually going to do. Going down the safest route here, using the glass hallway as some cover. Sounds like some sort of suppressed weapon. Basically what I'm doing here is I have my walk speed on the very lowest, and if you spam your sprint, it takes a little practice, but you can make it so you do this little silent sprint. So I can hear them on metal. And it sounds like they're up and to my right, which tells me that they're most likely on the 3rd story metal catwalk, just right outside the hole in the wall. Okay, so right there you hear them on wood, so that means they're directly above me. They just came through the hole in the wall, and they opened the door right there. So I killed the 2 on my side, and I just heard these guys shooting. I'm assuming they cleared their side first before pushing the 3-story building. So most likely all players are dead now. There's the MPX. He's got a big backpack. I'm not going to wait around to search it. And my inventory's full. Pretty sure all the players are down on the map. So now's a great time to leave. All right, that was a really lucrative come up there. So we got an MPX. Personally, I'm not a real big fan of this gun, but if you like it, then feel free to try it out. So I'm just gonna sell it, put that gun in there, and we got a tri-zip. That's my favorite backpack in the game. There's a bigger one, but it's purple and it's huge and makes you stand out. So, oh yeah, and these, the dog tags. These sell for, I think, 1,200 rubles times the level. So you can actually make a lot of money off of dog tags if you kill a lot of people. So Therapist will give you the most money for them, but if you want to level up your traders, then you can sell it to whoever you're trying to level up. So I'm just gonna sell them to Therapist because she's gonna give me the most money for them. We can get that horse figurine from last time. And yeah, see the MPX sells for quite a bit. So with the MPX, the AKS, and then that pistol, I mean, just right there, that's over 100K rubles. So now I'm going to assume that we're tier 3 on our traders, on Proper and Skier specifically. And let's switch it up. We're gonna get an AKM this time. We're gonna get an AKM. AKMs are nice. The recoil's a little bit worse than the AK-74N, but it does a lot more damage because it uses 7.62 rounds. Buy one of these bad boys, and we're gonna have a little fun. On this one. So we're gonna mod this one a little bit, and I'll show you guys how I like to mod mine. Keep in mind that everyone is different, and people might like different things, but this is how I like to mod mine. So I'm gonna buy the Zenit RK3 AK pistol grip. This one's the best for ergonomics. I don't think the pistol grips give you a difference in recoil, but ergonomics does make a difference. Ergonomics will be just your weapon control. Like when you turn, there's a little bit of a weapon sway. Also, when you aim down the sights, you'll aim down quicker. Now that we're tier 3 proper, assuming we're tier 3 by now, we can buy these bad boys, and this dramatically decreases the recoil by -15. Kind of hurts ergonomics a little bit, but that's okay because this is giving us a good bonus. And then if we go to tier 3 Skier, we can buy a Magpul MOE AKM handguard. We're just gonna go black. We can get this one. It's a little bit expensive though for how much it does for us. So -1 base accuracy, -2 ergonomics, -4 recoil, and then plus 0.75 muzzle velocity. Where this one, it's almost just as good. The ergonomics is just slightly worse. So I'm just gonna get this one. And so for the sights, I can't use my favorite one, the OKP on this one, because it doesn't have the side mount. So we can't use this one on this gun, on the AKM. But what we can do, the Tacticatula. And then my second favorite is this one, the Weaver. And then one other thing that you can buy, I don't think a lot of people know about, is this little charge handle for the AK. It's not very much, but it's only 2,000 rubles, but it gives you plus an ergonomic. It's not a whole lot, but everything counts. And cool, so that should be good. So all we do is right click, go to modding, that bad boy on, keep the same stock, put the butt pad on, get our sight mounted on there. And right now we're modding for recoil because the AKM has pretty bad recoil. So this is going to dramatically reduce our recoil. There we go. And then put that bad boy on. And you can actually see right here, you can see the recoil. So this is how much it has been taken down. So if there was no recoil reduction, it would be all the way up here. With all the mods, it brings it all the way down. All right, cool. So we're gonna take this bad boy out. Okay, we got the red blinking light spawn. Get the hell out of here. Push chem light. This guy didn't have a gun for some reason. Maybe he forgot it. I'm not too sure. He doesn't have a backpack for me. And he had armor and a helmet, but I normally don't loot that stuff, even if I do have a big backpack. So here's some metal, which sounds like it's from the stage on the 3-story building. And I also heard a hatchet there. So it looks like this is the scav that the hatchling just killed. And I heard him running inside of the locker rooms. There it is. I'm not too sure why he didn't shoot me there, but fortunately for us, we were able to shoot him first. That's one down on the side that I spawned, one down on the opposite side. So that means there's one more person that spawned on the same side as me, and there's 2 more players on the opposite side of my spawn. Right here is a pretty good spot to wait and listen if you're not too sure where your enemies are. You don't want to be too high, because a lot of people like to camp on the catwalk, and you get headshot straight through that window right there. So if you do come up on the 3rd story, just make sure you crouch down so you won't get headshot. Okay, so that's 2 sets of footsteps. They're to my left. Turn up the volume here a little bit. And they just entered the hallway. I probably should have waited a little bit longer for them to come a little further down the hallway before I shot, but I wanted to make sure that I get the first peek so I get that peeker's advantage. Okay, so now there's only one person left on the map, and I know that he's on the same side that I spawned, and that's him. That's the last guy shooting a scav. And it's unsuppressed, but I got a lot of loot here, so I'm not going to stick around for too long and risk my gear for a stock AK-74N. Just going to quickly loot and get out of here. Don't have enough room for the helmet, but I just heard wood there to my left and then metal, so this tells me that there's a scav walking up the stairs, and he's going to be coming around the corner of the bridge right here when I turn around. Just staying low, listening for any footsteps, making sure no one's camping the exit. Okay, and the last guy sounds like he's pretty far, still down in the barrels area, so I should be free and clear to run down to the extraction. Since I know the last guy is by the barrel spawn, I feel comfortable enough to expose myself running out on top of the crates here. Normally you wouldn't do this. It leaves you wide open. Just throwing a grenade right there at the glass hallway, just in case there's a player scav camping the exit. Now we should be good to go. So that's all the matches I'm going to show in this video. If you guys like this type, this style, then I can continue to do more. Just let me know in the comments. If you guys like the video, make sure you subscribe for more. Or if you guys are already subscribed, you guys can let me know by liking. But thank you guys so much for watching to the very end. This is Casey Mo, and you guys are watching Casey Mo TV.